these guys have released a God shoe. They're quite controversial. These guys, they've made different various shoes. I mean, hence the name Mischief. But they released a God shoe. But this created a stir on so many different levels. It says here, as part of the settlement, the shoes will reach and buyers will be refunded by Mischief to remove them from circulation. Now, the point is, there was only ever 666 pairs. I mean, everything's numerology, symbology. It's crazy shit, this. And the Mischief, the makers themselves, are trying to proclaim that this is just art and culture. But I think there's something a bit more sinister about it. So it was whether they managed to reclaim all 666. My guess is they wouldn't have. So the original pairs were going to be sold for 1,018, which is like 741 a set, right? If they've not been able to reclaim them all, the ones that will be left in circulation will then go into the commodity-based market. And you'll bet your ass that someone will put another zero on that and then resell them. And this is the crazy thing about overinflated hype on products. Now, the point why I'm bringing this up, one, because of the Satan angle, two, because freedom of culture, you know, we could talk about all that. But the amount of money that is generated with a commodity-based market system, that, same again, we're not talking about tangible precious metals. We're not talking about stocks and shares. We're not talking about playing with money and buying and selling money. We're talking about the average product that every individual walks around and wants to buy. Same again, could be a wrestling event, it could be a concert, it could be a pair of trainers, it could be a TV that's just come out, there's only so many, it could be a games console. It could be different elements of chargers, things like that. It's all commodity based. When you've got Apple that will release a certain charger at a certain price, you've got a buyer that will buy 3,000 of them. They will enter the shark realm and they will bring that product into the commodity-based market. It's absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. We were talking for 2-3 hours on it last night. And there's a video I wanted to show on this, because this will explain a little bit more about these trainers. Let me see if I can get it up. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And it's mad. We're all in it. We all buy. We all want and desire. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you want something that much, how much are you prepared to pay for it? I mean, I was using the example now that with the way classic cars are, I love the Mustang, the classic Mustang. If I wanted a genuine 60s classic Mustang with the genuine paint job and all the interior and soft top and the original engine parts and whatnot, I'm getting slapped from here till next month because of that, because of it is a commodity-based market. There's not many on the market. There's not many in this decent condition. So what are you prepared to pay for it? And this is where the average person gets priced out of the most basic products because of how much do you really want it? Do you want it that much? Well, how much are you prepared to pay for it? It's fascinating when you break it down. Right, so let me see if I can get this video up. And I'll tell you, this video, as well as him explaining, the product here, this guy is an entertaining character. Entertaining character. He's one of God's children, and we love him. But this guy is entertaining me more than actual what he's describing. Whether you see it or not, I certainly seen it. So I'm going to mute now and I'm going to play some of this video. This guy. This guy.
Before you continue, Phil, none of us heard what the video was. You forgot to share audio to the screen share.
Oh, right. Thank you very much for letting me know. Cheers. Listen, right. Look at me, my own professional self. Right. Let me get rid of it. Okay. Let me put it back in. Apologies, people. Right. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share audio. Here we go. We'll start again.
Brad Hall here, and this is going to be a really good one. Inside this protective case is Mischief's latest work. Mischief is, of course, the same company that brought you the Jesus shoes and those $76,000 Birkenstocks. Now they've teamed up with Lil Nas X to create a controversial Air Max 97, the Satan shoes. On this episode, I share everything you need to know about that shoe, so stick around. By now, you've probably heard about the shoe that's inside of here. It is really blowing up on the internet. Mischief and Lil Nas X.
All right. I've got to say it. I'm not one for mocking people, but there's something about this guy. And Daffy got onto it. Daffy, and I don't know where your comment is. I don't know where it is. I've just seen it. It's there's something with this guy, right? He's an entertaining geezer. There's something with him. I'm not going to go there because it's low grade to do it. I could have a field day with this guy, but I love him. But let's carry on, right? Let's carry on. This is good.
They really lit a fire, and there is no putting out that fire. It is a completely waterproof fire. So let's just dive into it. I'm gonna open up this very beautiful Pelican case, very protective. There's a lot of foam in there, and there is the shoebox too. So here's the box for the Satan shoes. It's a very interesting box. There are some details on there. On the top, there's a creature with some hooves. There are skulls on the back.
We talk about art, we talk about culture. This is satanic crap written, smothered, absorbed. Every bit of that. Numerology, symbology, the colouring, every part of it. Same again, I know these guys done a God shoe. Lovely and white. They've shown it in that clip. But man, there's something not right about this. It's the promotion of the dark entity. It's people's interpretation of what the very meaning, the definition of Satan, and what I like to think the evil that is transmitted through that energy. I'm not religious in any sense. Whether people want to adopt what Satan's all about, whether they feel that they do, they think it's real. So does that itself manifest? It's a fascinating subject within itself. Some people say that Satan is very much misunderstood. At the same time, I look at this and I look at the way that people want to promote what Satan is all about. The very look of it, the fashion that is behind it, there's no good connotation, there's no bright connotation that comes with Satan, the goat, Baphomet, the pentagram. I don't see a bright light, but that's my personal opinion. The commodity-based market with this that will generate will mean that people who truly do want a Satan-based system to manifest in this world will make that trainer very desirable. So this guy here, who needs like, I don't know, not go in there. The guy's funny, makes me laugh. That's all I'm gonna say. He's almost getting an erection here, opening this box and looking through all the symbology. And I'm like, man, I don't even know how you have not got gloves on, because I would not want to touch that with my fingers. I would need a pair of white gloves you put on when you're looking at documents. I ain't touching that. But I'm not saying I'm a God lover. I understand people who want to believe in whatever they want to believe in. That's fine, as long as it has a positivity and it's not detrimental to other people. You go for what you know. That's beautiful. And there's many different religions that follow different whatever, you know. But there's no goodness that comes from this. And people that follow it, the way they dress, the way they act, they seem to want to be the opposite of light. But then they've got the cheek to say, well, Satan's misunderstood. So I don't get it, but let's crack on, because this guy is a star. I don't know whether he's already joined Satan, but it's like, man, the God's kind of fizzing out of you a little bit, but I might be wrong.
That is very Satan-y. Just a lot of nice details in a pretty well-made box. Inside, you've got some more artwork. You've got another creature hugging a person.
We have got a creature hugging a person. Does that semantically accurately depict that picture? Somebody hugging a person, that gives you, it alludes to love. It alludes to being tactile, sharing good energy between one body to another. That image, don't tell me that that's a hug. He's got that tail. Does it flip? That's not a hug, is it? What the hell's going on? This guy, he's not analysing this the way he should be. He's kind of analysing it Pepsi Light. Say what you see, dude. Say what you see. This is catchphrase. I'll tell you what I see. I see some dark energy there that's kind of reptilian in nature with some funky ass feet that certainly wouldn't be able to wear them trainers, with a tail, with ears and maybe horns. Looks like it's carrying off what is a human being. It ain't bleeding hugging it. I don't think it wants to show love and affection. Do you think? Right. So there you go. There you go. So what you're saying, Daphne, is the spirit is contained within that box. And that invites you into the realm of that spirit. We all know the mystique and imagery within tarot cards. So that is the same thing, isn't it? So this guy, I mean, he's clearly not a freaking tarot card reader. If he's going to look at that card and go, that's somebody hugging a man. Really? Look again, dude. Look again. And inject a little bit of something into your voice. It's, if you look at it or translate that, it's more towards that, isn't it, sir? What you said, A1000 or Madame. You know what I mean? That's not a good spirit. Not good. So that, to me, interprets evil taking away light, taking away the good. The good doesn't look like it wants to go anywhere there, but it's got no choice. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. So if Daphne is right, then that invites you into that realm with that box. Look at the box. Look how detailed it is. Look at all the different bits of merchandise that's grabbing you into this realm of the dark. That's all it's doing. This is more than a pair of trainers. Yes, Jake, how are we doing? Perception is everything. I mean, imagine a world where everyone's walking around with these on. You've got the cards in your house. So are you then, under cosmic energy, inviting a spirit into your house? Sounds daft, it's a pair of trainers. But that is the intent from the maker, isn't it? Seriously? And the same again, they've built a God trainer. But I'm going to put a statement up what they put, because this got litigious. Nike suing them, and they've had to recall them. So I guess they can't do nothing with these trainers until this matter's sorted. But same again, I don't think they would have got all 666 back, do you? You know that? It's like Jesus as well. Well, you know what, mate? Now you come to say it. Dunno, done it. Or whatever we feel that Jesus may have looked like back in the day, our interpretation of it. Because do we know? I don't know. But it certainly looks like a representation. So can't knock you there, mate. Man, imagine. And this guy's getting off on it. And he's buzzing. Let me go back to the video.
So that's kind of, maybe that's nice. I'm not sure. Also, a couple of cards with Lil Nas X modeling the shoe. And then we've got the shoe, the Satan shoe. Now, I did see some confusion online. This is a custom shoe. It is not an official release by Nike. It is a real Nike shoe, though. This is the Nike Air Max 97. The most attention-grabbing detail on this shoe.
The most attention-grabbing detail is his voice. His voice has took over this analysing this advert, whatever it is. Man, I wonder whether he's a happy chapper, but because he's talking about something that is ultimately demonic, it's possessed him already. He'd be like, mate, come in, bouncing in. How are you doing? Red Pill Phil. I'm talking about a red trainer called the Satan shoe. The Satan shoe has a pentagram on the front. It also has a drop of human blood in the sun. It's like, dude, do we need to possess you before we get to the end of this video? Something to go on in. I don't know whether it's because you touched that box. I don't know what it is, but we're witnessing it. We're looking at an evil spirit running through you, it looks like, and it's taking you over. And I'm not going to say any more. Keep watching, because there's more to come.
Is the fact that there is this red ink and a little bit of blood in that air bubble. You'll remember that Jesus shoe, that one had holy water in there. This, it takes kind of a different turn. I will say the red liquid, it does look pretty cool in there.
The red liquid does look pretty cool in there. Is he going to drink it? I mean, what's going on here? What are we missing now? Are we missing an altar and a sacrifice? Just wheel a kid out. You know what I mean? What are you doing? I don't believe how he's just... And he's not Is he not understanding the significance? Or is the culture and art overriding how people feel on this in terms of sentiment? You know what I mean? Dark forces, dark energy, anything that represents that is seen as dark. It's got an element of evil. So does he not get that? Or are the bars that low now where we can do this and it doesn't mean anything because it is just art? But then is that allowing dark entities in unwittingly? Just going, oh, well, it's just a bleeding picture, Phil. Well, I've often wondered this. Same in music. The bar's been dropped that much now that you'll get all kinds of derogatory language within hip hop and other types of music. Language that is very derogatory and demeaning to women, that even kids listen to. And to critique it now, it seems that, well, come on, Phil, 2021. But is that attitude fair? Because if you don't critique it, then there's no holds barred, is there? Because everything has got a justification. At what point do you gain morals and go, well, fucking hell, I'm up for art, but seriously? Do we want a society that just goes, well, you know, let's have art and culture and just throw everything out there and then let's see the consequences of that society in 50 years? You'll end up with Rome again, burning, orgies all over the place, weddings for frigging horses with humans, you know what I mean? Where's the bar going to be stopped and gone, no, we've got to think of the consequences of society by doing this. And you've got a few wrong-uns that want to push this message under the premise of art and culture, but they're not telling you ultimately the consequences of society by doing this. Am I wrong in saying that? Let's go back, because Mr. Possessed here has got more to say.
But knowing that it's blood and it's human blood kind of makes it a little bit haunting. I definitely hope that this air bubble, that it holds up, because I don't want blood on me. The numbers are...
He don't want blood on him. Neither do I, mate. Neither do I. Someone's legging it for a bus down the street and you get that squirted in your face because his soul's just split. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Don't need it. This is weird. Whose blood is it? Whose blood? Are they no longer with us? Are they with us? Are they getting royalties? What the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? It's actually got a drop of human blood. Whose blood? Is it clean blood? Is there alcohol in that blood? Is there traces of cocaine in that blood? What the hell is going on here? There's more. There's more.
Surrounding this shoe are all significant. On that heel area, you've got 666, a scary number traditionally. That is because it's limited to that many pairs.
It's not because it's limited to that many pairs. They didn't think we can only make 666 pairs, did they? Yeah? They've willingly, knowingly chose to make a certain amount. That number they chose was 666. When you break that down, that is symbology for the devil. So it's not a coincidence. Does someone want to tell him that?
Each one is individually numbered. Up front, you've got Luke $10.18. And then you've also got a sticker price of $1,018. So that price represents the same Bible verse. That verse is, of course, very Satan-y as well. On that tongue, there's this bronze pentagram, the names of the two collaborators also on the back of the heels. And then one other smaller detail. I'm not sure if this is specific to this colorway normally, but it does have this nice kind of velvety patch right here. And that just feels good. Now,
I don't know what this guy was getting paid, right? I don't know. But there's an uncomfortable thing about him. There's a bit where I feel that, man, he needs some shock treatment. It's like he needs a bit of a tasing or something. So I don't know. Is he half asleep? But then he's celebrating, and just because a little bit of velvet, and it's like, oh, that feels nice. And you're touching it up. It's already got evil spirits wrapped around it, and it's trying to entice you in with a lovely feeling velvet. That's what it's doing, in it. And he's going, oh yeah, I'm buying into this. Oh, this feels lovely. You're selling your soul out, dude. You're selling your soul, right? One thing I will say, because it's gone on to this now, right? You can tell this is demonic. Jesus is taking his pants back, right? Because he's put them shoes on, them pants are making their way back to heaven. That's the only way I'm going to put that, right? There's no way anyone who's born and bred in Miles Platin is going to walk around like that. God loves everyone on this planet. We're all God's children, apparently. So we've got to love them all. But I'm telling you now, if you decide to move to Miles Platin, and if you have any of these jeans in your repertoire, do me a favor, don't wear them. Do not wear them. And what I will say is, I'll probably extend it further. If you live or thinking of living Newton Heath, Collyhurst, Beswick, Moss Side, Longside, Wythenshawe, Sale, don't wear them. Stockport, Bredbury, don't wear them. Bridlington, don't wear them. Woodley, don't wear them. Oldham, Ashton, don't fucking wear them. What am I saying to you, dude? God is taking them jeans back, right? You're on the wrong path here, dude. You're on the wrong path. Blakely, don't wear them in Blakely. Don't wear them in Blakely. Man, this guy's is a class act. He's a class act. Let me tell you another thing. If I ever turned up at a march like this, right? I'm non-paradigmal. I'm telling you, I don't do left, right. Someone would tap me on the shoulder and go, dude, get yourself off the street. Because if the left catch you in them, we're all fucked. Pardon my French, they would do. They would. They'd be like, man, whose jeans have you got on there? Who have you left lying on the ground? Because he's got shorter legs than you, dude. They're going back to heaven. Them jeans are going back to heaven. They want fuck all to do with them trainers. And the jeans have said, I ain't touching them trainers. I'm off. Yeah, I'm off to the pearly gates. That's exactly what's happening there. I might be wrong. But let's go back to him because I'm loving this guy.
Something that is pretty interesting to me about this shoe, on foot, it almost looks like a normal colorway. It definitely doesn't scream Satan, though.
It doesn't scream Satan, but it's screaming, dude, look at yourself. Look at yourself. I'm not one for materialism, right? I'm not one of them for downgrading people because what they wear. But seriously, if God's intervening with your genes, then you need to look at yourself. If God is literally going, you know what, I'm taking them back. This is almost worse than Katie Jane Swallow taking the spanners. God's taking your genes. Never mind the spanner. Your genes are going. Another half an hour, they're going to be shorts. Yeah? Another 10 minutes after that, they'll be batty riders. He'll be looking more like Kylie Minogue. Well, I don't know. Something's going on here.
I really like the restraint used on the actual design. Mischief and Lil Nas X could have gone way further with it. They could have used a lot stronger Satan imagery on the actual shoe.
So we should be lucky then, shouldn't we? You know, we should be lucky. He's doing a fantastic job here. I'm loving him. We should be lucky that we've not got two horns sticking out of it and a fucking tail and a trident. I'm surprised you don't get a trident with it. You know what I mean? What's going on here? A decapitated head in there. Fuck it. Call him the Aztec trainer. I mean, what's going on here? This guy's just...
Or maybe they could have taken that blood even further. Maybe with every step you take, a little bit could squirt out. It would have...
I can't even get through this. I can't get through it. What? This guy is becoming bigger than the trainer, right? Nike don't need to sue the maker of this trainer. They need to get him. Get him. Get him. And his jeans before God gets to him. I'm telling you, get to him. Get him off the streets. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And you don't want to know. And bless you and your little pussycats. You don't want to know. God is taking him. He's starting with his jeans. His soul is going next. And all it'll be is a pair of trainers and a pair of white socks on the fucking floor within half an hour. If he don't stop what he's doing, he's being warned. God's telling him, this is a sign. Give me a sign, oh Lord. And then when your jeans start recoiling up your legs, that's a fucking sign. Take them off. Get rid of that box and pretend that you never seen them. Probably go and repent. Prostrate yourself. Ask for forgiveness. I don't know whether you'll get it, but you need to fucking start asking.
Have been so easy to do too much with this, but they didn't. And I really appreciate that. I think it's well executed and it lets that concept.
Well executed. I mean, pardon the fucking pun. I'm sorry. It's a holy day. I shouldn't be using profanity like this, but my God, well executed. Was that a wrong choice of words? Really? Is it me? Or am I just being over pedantic here now? There'll be shorts in half an hour. They're going. They're going. And you're right. Someone needs it. This guy needs blessing. He does. He needs blessing. If his mother's about, man, his mother needs to recall his ass. I'm telling you, in fact, just bear with me. Man, apologies. Apologies. I was looking for my holy water. I can't find it because I need it. I need to drink some holy water right now. But anyway, let's crack on with Mr. De Villiers.
Do the talking. I really appreciate Mischief sending me these. It's very cool to see these in person, to see what that fuss is all about. And I think it was really well done. So thank you. And thank you everyone for watching.
There you go. There you go. He's unashamed about them pants. Mate, them pants are going. Them pants are going. And his honour, and his soul, his integrity. It's going with them pants. They are the Satan's shoes. Do you want a pair? Because if you do, they've now entered the commodity-based market. They've got a drop of someone's blood in there. They've got pentagrams. They've got all kinds of symbology wrapped around it. They've got verses. Man. And that guy don't give a shit. He's like, well, you know, let's review these trainers. And he's not realizing that God's taken his soul for every second that he's analyzing them trainers. So before I go, this is the statement that these guys put out. And let me get rid of that comment. Okay. There's more to it of this statement, in fact. So I can, here we go. I shall copy that. Go there. Go in the comments. Just read someone's comment. This is the link to this official comment that Mischief then put out because Nike has basically undermined them and said, you're not releasing them and we want them all recalled and we're going to take you to court, basically. So I was just reading a comment there. Where did it say? There we go. Todd, you're the star. Think he modelled himself on Dharma. He had that. He had that look about him, didn't he? Yeah. And what's this here? Sorry to keep down. Right. So here's the statement. Basically saying we're not affiliated with Nike. As we consistently iterated to the press, we were honestly surprised by obviously the attention taken down. Mischief strongly believe in the freedom of expression and nothing is more important than our ability and the ability of other artists like us to continue with our work over coming years. We look forward to working with Nike and the court to resolve this issue. So they're not working with Nike. They're not going to give in. They felt they've got every right. And like I say, this seems to be going in on, well, it's art and culture. You're now stifling art. It's freedom of expression. Well, yeah, you could argue that, but look what they are expressing and the ramifications of that expression. Given the current circumstances, this action by Nike will also prohibit Bill Nas' Twitter giveaway for Satan's Shoes Edition 666 from happening indefinitely. So basically, until this court case has gone on, there's nothing they can do about it. But I don't mean to say that they've all been recalled either. I can't say for sure. But what really gets me is the very bottom of this statement, right? And it's in red. So they want to be controversial here, but look at this. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. You know, so these guys are unforgiving. Symbology. It's everywhere you look, isn't it? Now, obviously, this was that stark that Nike didn't want anything to do with it. It was that overt. This statement as well, if anyone wants to get that PDF, it's there, look through it. They actually talk about capitalism within it. And I thought that was interesting. Because one, it's the capitalist system that's enabled you to make them trainer. But two, you're talking about capitalist system in a negative light. Now, isn't that funny? That sounds like a far left agenda. That sounds like someone who's far left who wants to rip down capitalism, but using Nike to do it. So using Satanism alongside what you could argue is what? Socialism, communism. So is Satanism a part of that in that realm? I don't know. I'd have to know the personal political ideology of the individual that written that, but it was a very strange thing to put. Why? Why are you talking about capitalism in a derogatory fashion? Says a lot. You're right there, Rob. And a lot of them do, don't they? A lot of these big conglomerate companies ultimately have not got the most lightest of agenda when it comes to making money and their values and integrity. But yet, that's the very thing they want to promote in order to make themselves a big conglomerate. They've got to make themselves look family-based. They've got to make themselves look as if they're doing the right thing by people. But yet, the efficacy levels on some of these conglomerates, no. They're talking out of both sides of the mouth, aren't they? It is. It is. So, for me, this was a conversation that I had last night that it went all round the houses, but it stayed in the same realm. Commodity-based markets, sharks, and how all of us, this affects all of us as individuals. We all end up, one way or the other, gaining into this commodity-based market system that is stifling us, that must make billions upon billions of pounds a year, spread across millions of products. Same again, no matter what you want to talk about. Any concert, phone lines you can't get through, tickets are done within an hour. Before you know it, the sharks have the monopoly. The sharks then go into operation in murky, shark-infested waters. You want a ticket because you want to take your daughter to a concert. You end up paying 3 times the value. You want to go to a match. Remember the days of the ticket tout? That is nothing different than a shark. I'm not, because they overinflate the price of the ticket. It's a crazy world, but this had a demonic element to it because of the trainers. So I'd love to know, I tried to look before to see if there was any of these trainers still available on the market, but I guess even if there are, they can't be seen to be on the market now because they've been recalled. So, but it don't mean to say that private deals, and if they are, it'd be interesting to know what these bloody trainers are going for. And I still want to know whose blood is in that. Is it the same person's blood that's in every trainer? Or are we talking 666 different people that have got a drop of blood in each? It's sick, the very thought of it. But that's my opinion. So that's me, guys. That's me. Are you going to the Thunderdome rebuilt on September 11th? I didn't know anything about that, Spacey Tracy. So if you could let me know a little bit more about it in the comments section. I've literally got to go now. But I'll be interested in maybe covering it. I've no idea what it's all about. Well, I'm certain it's going to be about the rave days and the Thunderdome and reliving it all, but I don't know anything about it. So if you do, please, if anyone could follow up and leave any information in the comments section to this stream, it'd be brilliant. On my YouTube page, on my YouTube page. So thank you very much. Can I say, it's been great having your company, as ever. Thank you to Great Brit. Same again, thank you to Katie Jane Swallow. Please support all the work that she does, and if you can help her financially, that'd be brilliant. She'll be back, no doubt, very soon, stronger than ever. Thank you to all the affiliates. Thank you to anyone watching this retrospectively. One thing I will be saying, I will be going to this coming up. I've seen this on a Instagram page before. I don't know too much about it again, but I know I will be going. I've seen it and I'm going to go. There's also one in Liverpool, I think either the week before or the week later. Same as when I know more, I'll let you know. Obviously, I can't mention too much about it, and neither can they, because you know what it's like. We are the resistance, and the resistance has to be underground in order to disseminate the information. So thank you very much for all your love. Enjoy your Sunday. It's a beautiful day, whatever you're doing in the world, wherever you're watching it from. Have a blessed day with you and your family. Thank you very much. We're going to have more material coming up in the next few weeks, maybe next few days, actually. But thanks a lot, guys. So without ado, love you all, even the pissing haters. God bless.
I love you. 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 I love you.
Even the pissing haters.
I love you. 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 I love you.